Good morning. I thought I was only going to do one scope today, but I had something on my mind this morning and just wanted to share that with you. So wait for everybody to start gathering this morning. And I'm going to start this scope in just a minute. It's a little chilly. I know that sounds really weird, it being in Las Vegas, but it's a little chilly. There was a storm that started to come in yesterday, and it's all cloudy and windy, and this morning it was a little chilly. It's only 7:30 still here, right around there. And so, a little chilly this morning, but I've got something on my mind. I've noticed I was going through some of the posts on Facebook about people that have people that are 3s and 4s, even 2s, and they want to get started, but they don't have the money. There's a lot of people out there that want to do this, and they do have the money. They just don't know if they can do it, but that's okay. If they don't, they don't. But let me just tell you how I handle that situation. So when someone tells me that I really want to do it, but I've got to wait for the money, and I ask them when will that be. I try to commit them to a time, whether it's paid period, whether it's, and then I try to help them with some solutions that they might be. Might have not looked at. I do things like, for example, if they increase their, if they're working for somebody, if they increase their dependents, they can find the money that way. That means less taxes are being taken out. They can write more money off when they do that. And so, in 30 days, they could have that money through their paycheck. That's one way. Another way is obviously seeing if there's somebody they know that could help them, start them out, those kinds of things. But here's what I usually do. I want to see if they're really committed or if they're just using it as an excuse. So what I would say is that why don't you write me a check right now, and let's see how serious you are, and let's go ahead and get started. I want you to write a check for $400. If they're hesitant, you know that there's a lot of reasons why they might be hesitant. They might be hesitant because they are not sure. They might be hesitant because they're really not sure if they want to do the business. They're really not sure if they can come up with the money. There's a lot of different things, and so you got to flush that out. But if I talk to you and I say, listen, Jim, or Joe, or Sally, or whoever it is, so what you're saying is if today you had the money, you would start today. And if they're serious, they'll say, yeah, I'd start today. And I say, well, let's go ahead and get started. You don't have to start preparing everybody to get started and working your business before you have the money. Let's go ahead and get started today. What I found out is if you can get someone started, whether they've paid or not, they're engaged. And if you can get someone engaged, they're pretty well committed to it. And so what I'll do is I'll say, here, let's work on this list of people Let's kind of start writing down. Let's start going and asking that question. Or I'll get them started. Some people have the confidence that they can go ahead and ask that question without me. And I'll say, let's start asking that question. I want you to write down 10 people, and I want you to ask that question to. And if they say yes, then let's go over and meet with them and or do a webinar, whatever it is, and let's go ahead and get it started. I can almost guarantee you, almost every time, once they have somebody who said yes to them, who wants to get started, they'll get involved, and they'll find the money. They'll find the money because the fear of loss will kick in. Richard Brooke calls this leapfrogging. So what you do is you start them in the business without them actually paying for it because they don't have the money or whatever. Then you start talking to the people that they know and have them start engaging in that process. And then what you do is you start them going, and then you might find somebody that they know that says they don't have the money. Then you'll start them going, and eventually somebody wants to get involved, and you go right up through the ranks, and you just say, okay, we've got Joe, Sally, he's going to sign up, he's ready to go. They find the money. It's really interesting, because people say they don't have the money yet. They'll buy cars, they'll buy cable TV, they'll buy, for $150 a month, or they'll buy phones, they'll buy all sorts of stuff. But really what they're saying is that a lot of times they're saying, I don't know if I have the confidence that I'm going to get my money back. And so go out and work with them and get their money back. Show how it can be done. And, work with them. Get them started. If somebody doesn't have the money, there's a guy in another company named Brian McClure. That's how he's built his whole business. He's got people started even if they don't have the money. So go out and find those people, and if they say they don't have the money, so what? Get them started anyway. And once they find somebody, one or two or three people that want to do the business, they'll get started ASAP. Trust me, it's called the fear of loss. So anyway, I wanted to get that scope out because it's a reality. It works. So work with people whether they're in or out, whether they paid the money or not, and get them started regardless. If someone says, well, I'll have the money in about 2 weeks, great, let's go ahead and get you started today. How many people can you talk to today and ask the golden question? How many people can you GQ today? How many people can you do that? How many people can we present this to? Okay, so now it's the next day. Okay, how many people are you going to go see that they've said yes to the presentation? They're willing to sit down with. So those are the things that I would suggest, that if you're starting your business today, if you're talking to people today and they're giving you the I don't have the money right now, well, then go make a business start to grow without the money, and they will find the money. So anyway, the money is showing the money. And if they don't have the money, a friend of mine used to say this: it's never about the money until it's about the money, and then it's always about the money. There's always something that you can spend something on. There's always something that looks attractive, that you may want to spend money on, and you say, I don't have it. But if you want it bad enough, you'll find it. And trust me, if they've got people ready to come in the business, they will find the money. Anyway, you have a great one. Enjoy. See you at the top. Have a great day. Hopefully that was helpful. Bye.